President Biden speaking to striking UAW workers during a visit to Metro Detroit today, encouraging them to continue fighting for better pay, despite concerns a strike will harm the economy.
And it was an historic moment, the first time a sitting U.S. president has joined striking workers on the picket line.
Both Biden and UAW President Shawn Fain telling workers they deserve more.
You saved the automobile industry back in 2008 and before. Made a lot of sacrifices. Gave up a lot. And the companies were in trouble. But now they're doing incredibly well. And guess what? You should be doing incredibly well, too.
You know, it's about the auto workers who are part of the fabric of the working class of this country. We're the people that make the world run.
The middle class built it.
Fox News' Charlie Langton has been speaking to UAW members following President Joe Biden's visit. He joins us live with more. Charlie, that is, as we said, an historic moment, but one that's very meaningful for the people on the ground there.
Well, I think you can say it's a historic moment. A lot of people are saying it's a historic moment when you've got the President of the United States actually coming to a plant, to an auto plant, in this case, a General Motors parts distribution center right across from Willow Run Airport. And yes, where I'm standing, the President of the United States was here. Not a ton of people here, but you can see here that this is the after sales for General Motors. It's a plant that's got, a couple of hundred people or so. And like I say, it's just across from Willow Run Airport, not too far from where the President was here. Let me get Bill. I know Bill is working here.
Bill,
here you go. Bill, now he's a working UAW guy.
Right.
You were here when the President was here. How historic is it that the President of the United States was right here?
Very historic. I don't remember any president coming to a picket line, but Joe, before he was president, was coming to picket lines. He's consistent. We have a lot of consistent folk at pointing out problems. He fixes them. I was very pleased to see him coming down the road.
It looks like you're working here too. Trying to get up a tent because our weather guy said it's going to rain. So carry on, okay?
Yeah, we're going to thank you for remembering us out here.
Thank you. All right, Bill. He's a working guy. All right. Earlier we were at the Ford plant, the Michigan Assembly plant, where they've got about 5,000 workers, and a lot of people thought that the President of the United States would go there. He didn't. They were a little disappointed. Take a look.
We could have used his support. We wanted him to come through, but it's okay. He got a lot going on right now. Plus, like I told you, we're going to handle this on our own. We're going to get this contract done.
The President didn't show up. Disappointed?
A little. I thought he would show up to, support everyone and all that stuff. So I am a little disappointed.
Realistically, could the President have done anything, do you think, to further these negotiations?
I don't know if he could have done anything to further them, but he couldn't have hampered them. I tell you that much. By coming out here and getting these people some support and make them bolster them, because they're getting ready to get a $500 paycheck next week.
You've been on the job at Ford 11 years.
Yes.
Priorities for you. What's most important in the contract for you?
Wage increase. Wage increase.
But you're going to get that.
Yes, I want the COLA to come back, the 401k, because I don't have that. I have TESP, but not the 401k.
Are you a Tier 2 worker?
Yes.
Meaning that you have a match of 401k, right?
Yes.
The company will match yours 6%.
Yes.
Isn't that good?
It's good, but I believe 401k will be a little bit better.
You get a profit sharing as well.
I do.
So that's good too.
It is.
You're not getting a pension though.
No pension.
You think you should get one? Want one?
I would like to have one.
I don't think you're going to get one though.
But, well.
Oh, absolutely. They've been doing that from day one. And that's why there's so much uneasiness in the plants up in Canada, because they believe, the workers believe, that they undersold themselves.
All right, so the President of the United States here today. The former President of the United States, Donald Trump, will be in Macomb County tomorrow, just emphasizing whether you're a political or not, depending on which party you are, it doesn't matter. This is a very important auto strike, UAW strike, that the entire country is looking at. I'll send it back to you. I'm live here at near Willow Run at the Parts Distribution Center for General Motors. Send it back to you.
Yeah, so Charlie, we can call it a historic moment all day long, and we would be right about that. But if we said this is an opportunity to campaign for 2024, we'd be right about that. And now former President Trump, as you pointed out, coming this week. Depending on who you support, you can say this is genuine or pure politics.
Politics for some and general support for another. You know, it depends here. Not a lot of people here, as you can see now, but over at the Ford plant, there are many workers. Many people came out because they were hoping to get a glimpse, maybe even talk to the president, either one, President Fain or President Biden. But some people say that the politicians are using this as an opportunity for them, but others say no, they genuinely care about the UAW and the future of the middle class. So it's much more than that. I think either way, it's historic, and I think that's kind of the takeaway from this visit today by the President of the United States, and then tomorrow by former President Trump. We'll be there, and we'll follow that as well, Roop.
And you and I will be taking this out on Let It Rip coming up on Wednesday night on a special edition as well. Charlie Langton for us live tonight. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, cloudy and cooler out there today, even a couple of rain spots. You saw that gentleman setting up a tent out that protest site.
He's preparing if there's more. So what does the rest of the night look like? Here's Rich Luderman with our first look at the forecast. Rich.
Hey there, Taryn and Roop. We have been watching light showers in our part of the state. Clearly some heavier showers out there from Fort Wayne up to Lake Michigan. But we'll see the same basic pattern for the next couple of days. Right now, as we zoom in on Sky Tracker, some light showers up around Lansing into the Thumb as well. Notice, though, they're moving off to the north and northwest. That's a little unusual to see that flow. Temperatures are cooler without the sunshine. 66 for us, 64 in Lansing. There's 70 right now in Grand Rapids. Live pictures from Mount Clemens. They're at 65. That's the Clinton River right in the middle of the screen. We'll get down to 59 on average. More spotty light showers tonight and for tomorrow into Thursday as well. We're going to see cooler numbers for the next couple of days, but the weekend ahead looks fantastic, Taryn. A full check of that 7-day coming up in 10.
All right, looking forward to seeing that. Thanks, Rich. An update now in the murder case of Danielle Disliki. The Michigan Court of Appeals has upheld a lower court's decision to suppress evidence against the accused murderer. It is a major blow to the prosecution and a huge win for Floyd Galloway. He's the former security guard charged with the 28-year-old woman's murder following her disappearance in 2016. The justices agreed with the judge's findings that Galloway's right to due process was violated when a polygraph operator for the defense shared privileged information with law enforcement. Police then used the information to obtain a search warrant and gather evidence against him. Galloway is currently serving 16 to 35 years in prison after pleading guilty to the kidnapping and sexual assault of a woman in Livonia. That happened a few months before Disliki vanished.
Well, friends and family in Dearborn grieving the loss of a local dentist and beloved father of 5.
He was involved in a crash on Telegraph and suffered a medical episode. Fox 2's Scott Wolchek with more now from his heartbroken family.
I just loved him so much.
41-year-old Chris Clifford, a dentist, a loving husband, and a father of 5, died after being rear-ended at Telegraph and Carlisle in Dearborn yesterday.
Broken and so sad. And we loved him so much, and he loved all of us.
Lindsay was Chris's high school sweetheart. They met when she was 15, and they were married for 20 years.
We had plans to stay here and grow old together and have grandbabies eventually. We were just talking about that a few weeks ago, and just to grow old together.
Over the summer, Chris and his family made countless memories, taking a trip to Cedar Point.
And just had a great time, rode every ride, and just had a wonderful time as a family.
And taking his oldest son, Archem's, to the U of M football game this past Saturday. It was Archem's first one.
He was just amazing. He wanted to spend time with us as much as he could.
Chris had just started his new job as a partner at Newman Family Dental in Dearborn back in April. And while Lindsay says he was a dedicated dentist, there was one guilty pleasure he had.
You know, he ate more candy than any dentist should.
Lindsay says their family is grateful for the community's support and her church. She says faith is helping the Clifford family through this tragedy.
He was a strong Christian, and we know he's in heaven, and that gives us so much hope, and we are so thankful for that.
A GoFundMe to support the family has been set up. You can visit fox2detroit.com to see the link. Reporting in Dearborn, Scott Wolchek, Fox 2 News.
Well, the clock is ticking, and the chances of House Republicans reaching a deal before a shutdown are slim to none. Meantime, the Senate is working on a plan to keep the government going. House Speaker Kevin McCarthy not committing to putting the Senate's proposed plan on the floor. He's working to pass a short-term funding bill that includes border security and hopes to sit down with President Biden soon. The White House is urging McCarthy to honor the agreement they made on spending levels earlier this year.
It's up to the speaker to twist in the wind. I mean, seriously, this is a deal is a deal.
If he is willing to take some actions, to even sit down with us, to make some changes along that border, we can keep government open while we finish the funding.
Now, if the government shuts down, paychecks will be delayed for hundreds of thousands of federal workers and law enforcement officials.
We're following developing news from Azerbaijan. A massive gas station explosion kills at least 20 and leaves hundreds injured. The blast happened in a breakaway region called Nagorno-Karabakh. About 28,000 people have left the country since a military operation last week when Azerbaijan defeated separatists who led the region for 30 years. Armenian authorities brought 125 bodies over to Armenia from the region for identification, but officials clarify all of those were killed in the fighting last week. No word yet on what caused today's blast.